Hey guys, this is Cam for 15 back at it with another video for you guys, and back with more than a married couple. And the more I watch of this show, the more I really am enjoying this show. It's not only funny, it's not only cute, it's not only adorable, but it's just so heartwarming of a show. And I'm still intrigued to see where this is going. I still want to know what the hell is the curriculum. Why the hell is this school's curriculum this whole, standpoint of having these high schoolers pretty much be paired up together and be pretend married couples? What is the reasoning? What is the point behind this? Is this just to hook students up, I guess? Unique students? Interesting. But other than that, this episode was mostly about Shiori and, her feelings towards Jirou and the whole situation there. You do get a pretty cute Watanabe or Akari and Jirou moment at the start of the episode, but we get the opening, and from opening jump, the opening looks visually stunning, looks really good animated. Again, the animation has been top tier. It has looked really good. And the opening also does give away the fact that, yes, Shiori actually does like Jirou, because I questioned that last week in episode 1's review if she has some sort of feelings for Jirou, because it looks like that's what she has. And the opening not only confirms it, but this episode, since it was pretty much strictly centered around her, it confirms that she has feelings for him, which makes sense. So my boy's got a dilemma. So it's really, this show's really gonna do that, where it's going to be a thing where our main character, might have to end up choosing one or the other. And we see, he actually thinks pretty highly of both of them. He thinks both of them are cute. And the only thing is, he hasn't openly admitted that out to Watanabe or to Shiori. He's openly admitted that out to Akari, which we start the episode off with a dream sequence, and he's thinking like, oh, it's a rainy, stormy day, and Shiori came over to his place to just stay with him for the night. But in reality, it's Akari doing that. And she pretty much wakes him up, and they end up staying. She wants to watch a scary movie with him, so they can increase their point system, so they can get a better rank. So the quicker they can get a better rank, the quicker they can be able to switch and swap partners. And in the meantime, you get this hilarious, funny scene where she's scared, and obviously, typically in these type of situations of shows, the girl's always pressed among the guy. So my dude's over here freaking out and everything, which I will say, it does him. Our boy Jirou does freaking out. It does get a little bit kind of unnerving or annoying at some point, because he just freaks out at everything. I would hope they kind of tone it down a bit. Like, if I was with a girl in this case, I don't think I'd be freaking out. I'd probably be getting, how would I say? I would probably be getting, I wouldn't say flustered, but I'd definitely probably be a little nervous. But it's like, okay, just chillax, my guy. It's okay. But you can see how Akari is really wanting to try to get this point system up, and hey, they're actually cooperating at first, and they make things like, she manages to give him, like, I guess, onesies, like matching onesies. The thing is, they have a heart in the middle, so it's like when they're pretty much huddled together, or they're arm in arm, the heart forms one. So we can definitely see that Akari's taking time out of her day to do things, to do things and make this whole thing work out. As well as we even see at the end of the episode, or in the back half of the episode, when Shiori comes over to take care of Jirou's sickness or illness, we found out that it was actually Watanabe that actually bought the supplies and told Shiori, like, hey, I'm busy, could you go over there and check up on him? So we do see that she genuinely does care about Jirou. Even though she has her own ways of doing it, and the way she's always doing it by calling pretty much a virgin every second she gets. But it was a pretty much a cute, adorable moment because the power goes out. So then, they have to pretty much stay arm in arm together. Which my dude Jirou was like, why is she so close to me? I don't know. And I'm just like, dude, just put your damn arm around her. You'll probably get points. The cameras are probably off, because the power's out, but just put your damn arm around her and make her feel better. She's scared in the moment, yada, yada, yada. I mean, she doesn't like thunderstorms and everything, but eventually gets to the point where she ends up falling asleep. And as she's falling asleep, he goes on to say like, hey, I think you're pretty cute. Now he wonders why he says that at first, but he looks at her and she's asleep. And eventually he's talking out loud to himself and he's like, you know what, actually, when she's sleeping right now, she actually is pretty cute. And she says that out loud. He says that out loud 2 times. Now he thought the first time she heard him, but no, to him she was asleep. But he ends up passing out right next to her. It's kind of the whole thing of he's asking the question like, how do we become a married couple? How do I understand? I forgot like the meaning she made it mention, or how to be dependable, or something like that. Yeah, that's what it was. And he's just asking all these questions in his head, like, how do I understand become a better like married couple? How do I become somebody to rely on or be dependable for somebody? And he's asking these questions himself, but he knocks out. He's pretty much knocking out right next to her again, his arm around her shoulder, just pretty much simple thing like that. I think in an honest world, if the power was on, I guess they would have gotten like max points right there, because that sounds like something a married couple would do. But we find out that Akari was actually up the entire time, and she actually overheard him. So she's just wondering, like, whoa, wait, why the hell is he calling me cute? Why is he saying this, and why am I feeling like this? Which, like I said, when we get to the end of the episode, that's the thing there. So things pat. Now the next day happens. We find out that Jirou and Akari, they're actually at B rank right now, so they actually have done a lot better. So I'm guessing some time off screen must have passed. Maybe I'll actually go back and I'll actually read the manga. Honestly, the more I watch of this, it makes, when this show ends this fall, I'm definitely gonna go back and read the manga and see if there's like things that they cut out. It seems like some time has passed, because it was a crazy jump from the fact that they were like at the lowest rank, now they're all the way at B rank. So there must have been some things in the manga that they must have done before they got to this point. So yeah, unless I guess that's not the case, I'm guessing. But overall, they're at the B rank now and they're doing good. But they find out that their crushes, Shiori and Tenjin, they're at E rank and they're at the lowest rank. So they're wondering like, whoa, wait, what's going on? Because in order to swap partners, both pairs need to be at the A rank. So yeah, that's kind of the thing there. So the thing is, we find out that Jirou actually has a cold. And it's like I mentioned earlier, Akari knew about that. She went to go hang out with her friends. But because she was hanging out with her friends, she told Shiori to go by their place and take care of him. So Shiori goes there, takes care of him, and pretty much that's when we kind of dive in mostly with the Shiori point, of the fact that we find out that they've been friends for years. We find out in a flashback that she had to move away for the time being, because she went to some private school, because her dad got a new job or something like that in the area, so she had to move. And we find it where, in one way, Jirou kind of regrets not speaking up or not saying that he likes her back then, because when she said that, I guess he got cold feet and he didn't ask her, and she was wondering like if we're always going to be friends even though I'm moving away. Now, mind you, why he didn't just say I really like you and I want to be like more than just friends, I have no idea. But he got cold feet and everything, but she pretty much takes care of him and everything. So this back half of the episode is pretty much him having because we saw at the start in episode one, Akari had some alone time with Tenjin, her crush. So this week they gave it to Shiori and Jirou, the alone time they needed, and she took care of him. And we get even more flashbacks how, we find out that when they were kids, Jirou took care of her when she was sick, yada yada yada. Simple things right then and there. So, you know, it's interesting. And then you get this one interesting scene in the episode from the standpoint that's when Jiro he actually asked her like, "Hey, what's going on between you and Tenjin? Like you guys are E-rank and everything. If there's anything I can do to help you guys or help you, let me know because I want to help you get to where you need to be at." Because he wants her to be at A rank, so then guess what? They can swap partners and everything. And we find out that Shiori, she's not kind of cool with other guys that she pretty much doesn't know. It's already been like I think a staple so far with 2 episodes in. She's not really comfortable with people talking with people she doesn't know. So in other words, she's a very shy person, a shy, distant person. She only talks to people that she honest to God knows. Like say Jiro, for example, and the one redhead girl we see later in this episode, or at some point in this episode. So yeah, she's pretty much, saying she's having a hard time. Like we find out like, they kind of her intention take turns cooking while, we know Jiro can't cook, so Akari does all the cooking. But you get this interesting line where she says like, "I wish we were the married couple," or "I wish we were married." Now Jiro kind of doesn't pick that up at first. He's like, "Wait, what?" And then she's like, "Oh, it's nothing." So yeah, she gives him this I think he like grabs her hand or something, telling her like, and this is like when he's like saying he will help her with everything. Then he flips over. She's obviously very flustered by this moment, so it looks like she goes to clean up everything before she leaves. It looks like she's gonna go in for a freaking kiss. Now, mind you, they're doing this whole back and forth thing with Akari and her friends, and the whole thing is Akari and her friends are pretty much saying, "Oh, it seems like things between you and Jiro are going good, so hey, good for you. But hey, at least that makes you one step closer to getting to Tenjin." And the thing is, we kind of see how Akari is kind of like, I guess you could say, disturbed, or she's taken off back, and she's not really thinking about Tenjin. She's actually thinking about our boy Jiro. And she's wondering, like, why the hell am I thinking about this dude? Like, why? And I'm like, oh, I know why you're thinking about him and everything. They talk about Sakuraza, they talk about Shiori and everything and how things are not going right between them. So pretty interesting there. And again, like I said, we cut back over. It looks like Shiori's about to go in for a kiss on Jiro, but she doesn't. And we kind of get a little bit more extended to the flashback they had when she told Jiro that she was moving away. Pretty much, I guess, Jiro was, too uncomfortable after everything, so he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go. I have something busy I have to take care of." And pretty much, Shiori's just wondering if she can make it to where Jiro actually likes her. It seems like, from my vantage point, it seems like she doesn't think that Jiro likes her, but we know that Jiro does like her. Don't know, but the episode ends off with Akari getting back. She's taking a shower. And pretty much Jiro has a talk with her and says, "Hey, thanks for having Shiori come over, and thank you for looking out for me." And pretty much says, "Listen, you gave me that nice moment, that sweet dream I've always been wanting to have, and everything, but I'll do whatever I can to help you to be a good husband so you can be a good wife to Tenjin whenever we switch partners and everything." So yeah, and the episode pretty much ends off similarly like last week, where the two were questioning themselves, like, "Why the hell am I feeling like this?" We have it to where Akari pretty much is saying like, "Why do I feel so annoyed by what he said?" And I'm over here, I'm like, "It's simple, because you like him, you're in love, you're growing feelings for him, and you don't like the fact that, guess what, he's bringing up the fact about another girl and having a nice moment with another girl, and then two, making the standpoint of the fact that, you know, I'm gonna help you get this guy, and like I said, she's developing feelings for Jirou, so in this case, she doesn't want to hear that because she wants to be with Jirou. It's like I said when I did my Fall of Anime 2022 summary thing about this show. It's this thing where their relationship, Akari and Jiro's relationship, is going to grow to the point it's gonna grow to the point where she's pretty much liking him, and she's not gonna like Tenjin as much. She's gonna start to fall for Jirou. So it's gonna be very interesting. Like I said, maybe that's the premise of what this curriculum of the school is. Having these unique people probably end up actually having feelings for each other, falling in love with each other, probably going out, and things like that. Because you would have to imagine the school is the one pairing these characters, are these people. You know, I don't know. Like I said, if I was stuck in this situation, I want to know what to do, but I still think it's kind of weird and sus, but it is what it is. And it's also funny, back when they when Akari is with her friends, they talk about the food that they're eating. It's called, and I think, you know, one of her friends, like, you know, they call this food like nickname the Prince's Kiss, and that makes Akari remember the kiss that Jirou and her had in the first episode. Simple as that, because they make the mention about, so it's as soft as a lip, and I'm like, what? And she just remembers that. But solid episode. Again, the more I watch, the more I wanted this show. I'm really enjoying this show. So it's gonna be interesting to see where the story goes, because right now my boy's caught in a dilemma. Typically, when it's kind of this whole two girls and one guy, you know, typically with these romance animes, it's always the guy has to choose one or the other. Is he going to choose the childhood friend, or is he going to choose the girl that he pretty much was forced to understand and get to know better? Which typically, when that's the case, when main girl is all over the poster of the anime, well then, sadly, childhood friend is going to lose, and Shiori is more than likely going to lose if we get a proper ending. If we don't, well then, yeah. But like I said, when this is done, I'm definitely gonna go back, read the manga, because I really like this I really like this content. This is honestly a very underrated show. And I know there's a lot of other underrated shows like Eminence and Shadow and stuff like that, even though I'm not talking about it. But this is another underrated gem. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. But yeah, but anyways, guys, catch you guys in the next video. Stay safe out there, and hit the subscribe button if you want to get more content on the channel. Till then, guys, peace.